Scorpio, hello my darlings, welcome to your May reading. I am using the Archangel Animal Oracle cards to get an overriding theme or message for your reading, followed by the Circle of Life Tarot as well. Thank you to all of you for your love and support and your messages. I so appreciate it all. I wanted to do a little shout out before I started this reading for another YouTuber out there, another tarot reader out there called the Astro Flower. Tom is an amazing reader, both of the cards and of energy. And one of my lovely subscribers pointed me his way. He and I have been chatting and we are going to do some collaboration coming up. More on that to follow. Very exciting collaboration with him, but do check him out. He is an amazing reader. And I highly recommend him, the Astro Flower. I'll put a link, a mention in the description box below. If you resonate with me and I resonate as a reader, don't forget to hit that like button for me. Thank you. And also my gift back to you, for those of you who don't know, is the Pay What You Can 30-minute online readings. Again, the link is in the description box below. So my darlings, moving ahead, let's see what wishes to come out with the Guardian Animal Oracle deck, which is the animal that they wish for you to connect with this week. We've got the kangaroo. Be a force for good. A beautiful card here, the kangaroo. Very simply, the kangaroo talks about taking that hop, skip and a jump into perhaps unknown territory, to do it with a embracing of life and all it's going to show you. Be a force for good. Be a force, not to force things onto your life or onto people, but be a force for good. Be life force energy. Remember you are life force energy. Remember that is who we are. The essence of who we are is essential life force energy, and life force energy is a force for love, a force for forgiveness, a force for compassion, a force for understanding. Be a life force energy for good. So a beautiful message. It might mean you stepping slightly out of your comfort zone, which we all are encouraged to do. We can all get very comfortable being a certain type of person, having the certain type of views, certain types of perceptions on life, but you're being asked to take a hop, skip and a jump into uncharted territory, and it is for your greatest good. And it is also so you can have a little bit of an adventure as well and be curious about the unknown. Don't fear the unknown, be curious about it, because the universe is ready on your command to respond to your calls. So when you jump forward, when you hop forward to say, I'm here, and I'm ready to receive, the universe responds, my darling. And there are others within your energy space, within your energetic environment, that are also taking their leaps, their jumps, their hops and skips forward. And so you're not alone with this, and also give them the encouragement that they need, which will only, because as you speak to them, you speak to yourself, as I do with my readings. As I give, I receive. You will only then do the same for yourself. So be a force for good, not just for yourself, but for others as well. Let's have a look to see where you are right now energetically. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, goodness, that's popped out for you. So we have got, wow, that really is a beautiful card for you. It is the Page of Wands, the shaman's journey here. We have, with the Page of Wands, this is a beautiful transitionary moment of you venturing forth into unknown territory. You may not have felt you've done a hop, skip and a jump, but you're certainly you are stretching yourself. If you imagine yourself within a comfort zone and you have stretched beyond that comfort zone, maybe with a little bit of trepidation, but it is to say you've got here to see he's holding these two wands here and here. And it's like you're going to let nothing get in your way. Your desire, your passion, your determination and your will is sort of blazing the way in front of you like this. And you feel that nothing is going to stop you. And the leopard is to say not just you're trusting now in your own abilities, your own mystical powers, your own gifts. You're also listening. You're also honing that skill of listening and observing and being in the shadows as well. I feel that you are still connected to something in the past that has fallen away emotionally for you. There is still a connection in the past, but this is that movement forward, and I feel that the tide is turning for you now. So with the Page of Wands, whatever this new journey, this new discovery, this new emotional landscape is for you, you're coming onto firmer ground now. Do you see? You're stepping more out of your emotions. I'm so sorry, I've just knocked the card on one of my dog's heads. You're coming more out of your emotions because you're now in a place of trusting what your emotions are telling you, and you're stepping now onto firmer ground. There is a grounding that's happening. There is a sort of a settling of energy around you as you venture forth. So continue to be this force for good. It's a very, very powerful vibration that's working through you at this time. Let's see what else wishes to come out. Let's look at your challenge, my darling. I'm just going to do a little mini Celtic cross. Let's look at your challenge. Thank you. That wanted to come out. The Tower. Acceptance of what has happened, acceptance of the dramatic, perhaps drastic change in your life, acceptance of the chaos, the conflict, perhaps the unhappiness, the rug being pulled out from under your feet, where you once felt settled, now you're not. Acceptance of all of it. But you know what? I come back to, you're now on firmer ground. So the challenge is to fall gracefully with this, to continue to fall gracefully, to continue to appreciate that old energetic structures and points of view and perceptions of life are completely falling away from you. And they are falling away from you, my darling, because you are ready now for a new, expanded, less constricted and conditioned perception and existence in life. You're ready to embrace a new way of doing things, a new way of construction, a new way of building. And the Tower comes in, I kind of see it as the universe is sort of divine intervention, but they're only intervening because we have said we are ready subconsciously or consciously for that change in our life. So although we may not feel we're ready, you are so ready, my darling, for this. And the Tower brings in new, always new, my darling, because we go through life, when we stop to think about it, we go through life with such strict, rigid patterns of behavior, of reactions to things. And you have taken a moment, a very valuable moment or two, to consider the patterns in your life, to consider the restrictions that has perhaps where you felt trapped within that space, my darling. And now with the Tower, now with the chaos, now with the breaking down, there has been a wake-up call. And remember, chaos, cause has an omnipotent symphony. There is, although it may not be completely obvious right now, a rhyme and a reason for all of this. But I feel you're getting it. You're getting it, and you're striving forward. You're striving forward with those realizations. And of course, those realizations shift your reality. What you realize appears in your reality. Realizations have a vibrational, extraordinary impact on your energy, on your resonant signature vibration. Powerful realizations that come from divine source wisdom shift you, and in shifting you, they affect the change that is asking for a death of a certain chapter of your life in order for the birth of a new chapter. And we go through deaths and rebirths our entire life, and we have come here as souls to live a life as a certain identity and personality, to go through these mini deaths and rebirths, to evolve, to change, and to grow into the greatest, grandest version of ourselves, who lives life without so much fear, and who lives life with a joy and an acceptance and a curiosity about what life still has yet to hold for each of us. So let's have a look. So that's the challenge, but you have accepted this challenge. This is beautiful. You've completely accepted it. And how I'm holding these cards is to say that you have moved, you're moving away. So it's continue this approach that you're doing. And it's almost like you're stepping onto firmer ground. You're stepping onto the foundations of once what was. And you're determined now, and you can see here with the fire, you're determined to do things in a new way. So let's have a little peek to see what is in your past. Thank you, Spirit, for Scorpio. You have got now which way around am I going to do this? I'm going to do this round this way. You have got the Hangman diamond. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me just get rid of that. I do apologize. There we go. You have got the Hangman that's come out here with the roots. Do you see the roots here? So and the moon, this is sort of a moon cycle. So what I'm feeling is that you are in this space, maybe not feeling, as I said, that there is much change, that you haven't moved forward at this time, but this is a temporary phase. This is a discretionary phase, discretion to be just quietly in a space of, well, maybe not. I'm just going to see how I may feel about this. I'm not going to rush forward with any reactions about something. I'm going to just reflect and be quiet. And it's just to say that this time being as you are right now is a very, very important time for your higher learning, for your enlightenment, and also for your creative thinking, my darling. So don't expect massive change to happen soon, because you've just gone through a massive change. But the change that's going to come out of this tower, the change that's going to take you in a new direction. And you, I feel, have in the past used this time to forge a new way. So this past energy is still prevalent today. So there is a sense of frustration, but you used what happened in the past to forge a new way. And the challenge with the tower is to not be frustrated. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bear with me. I'm sorry about that. So where is my tower? So the challenge with the destruction that has happened in your life is now the construction that you're rebuilding. And in the past, this time that you spent in a different perspective, in a creative perspective, in higher learning as well, has helped you to strive forward now as this Page of Wands, okay? A new way, a new will, and a new drive, a new enthusiasm, a new approach. And everything that you did in the past, just make sure I get this the right way around again, there was a completion, has developed the roots now for this new foundation. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. And so none of what happened in the past that's still affecting you, affecting the frustration now, has not been without a reason. None of it has, my darling. So let's have a look to see about what is coming in your future. Thank you. And this is what sort of energetically is sort of hovering on the periphery of your everyday reality. Thank you. So now we have movement happening, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So do you see here this sort of warrior harnessing the power here of the snake? Is it a snake? I feel it's a snake, obviously. So I feel you're going... Is it a warrior? Is it a knight? It's a knight, isn't it? So knights set out on adventures. Knights venture into unknown territory, into, the outback is huge, it's vast. Let's say it represents the universe and infinite possibilities. And you are looking to be a force of good. and you are looking to affect positive change for yourself and for others as well. And this lovely Knight of Pentacles is to say that you are protected on this quest. And as the Knight of Pentacles, it is to say what action you're taking and the value of being a force of good behind that action is creating remarkable progress for you in the future, and you will achieve what you have set out to do. You are ready to affect positive change. It won't be without its challenges. Remember, this is a knight, but you are ready to enter into potential future challenges with a different concept, a different approach. And this is very much a force for good. You are going to, with the Three of Pentacles, create a new foundation. You've climbed out of the old tower and you're taking these bricks with you you've sort of opened up the space, you've opened up the doorway to allow the new to come in. You're creating a new foundation for yourself by doing this, my darling. And look, here you have the Ace of Wands that's come out in the future for you as well. And you've got here a little bird, a little baby, and a little seedling. So although you may not feel that perhaps what you are doing is important, or creating huge space for change for yourself and for others, there is room for all types of growth here. And within the cocooning of this sort of pregnancy, you know, mothers naturally have acceptance, radical acceptance of the time, the gestation period of a pregnancy. And so for what matters for you, what matters, mother in Latin for matter, what matters for you is also going through this same period. The seeds have been sown, and your co-creating role with the universe is to go forth to your primary reason to be a life force for good, to go forth to see life as an adventure, to wield your sword or your pentacle when you come across a challenge, because you have everything you need, my darling. This is a new idea, a new concept, a new way that is developing at this time. You've got the towers come down, the old way, the new way, the new constructive way is growing. You may not see it, but you can feel it. You know how mothers can feel the baby moving inside. And I love to see the little seedling here because it's quite a big seedling and the baby's quite big. So this is not long now before you're going to start to see physical, material results of what you are doing now with a new approach, a very different new approach. And now you have got the Queen of Wands. This situation is asking you to have a little bit of patience and to trust in the magic of what you're doing. Queens are beings. The Queen of Wands is a being of living life force energy. This is almost a sort of Sagittarius sign here with the centaur. This is the blending of both the physical, the emotional, and the mental in an extraordinary way to create, to be a force for good. And there is magic involved here. There is alchemy involved here in the skill with which you are developing. So continue to be creatively consistent. Thank you, Spirit. Continue to hone your skill. Continue to practice. Continue to be passionate about. Don't do things when you don't feel passionate about it. Focus on what you're passionate about, my darling. And when you're in that space, time seems to disappear. I'm going to just see one last message for you from this deck. Thank you, the Spirit. Anything else that Scorpio needs to know? Yeah, King of Swords. The King of Swords has come out. So kings, my darling, you have the power of the word. Kings are about knowing, about knowledge, and the King of Swords is about how you're communicating that knowledge at this time. do so with an awareness that people listen to you. You have a powerful voice. You are, through the power of your voice, sending out a very strong message, very strong vibration at this time. As the King of Swords, trust that you are allowing the force, the natural force of life force energy coming through you with known resistance. Sorry about that. I got cut off for some reason. We've got my internet's being replaced at this time, well, in the next couple of days, so it's being a little bit up in the air at the moment. So the King of Swords, you have a powerful voice. Take command of this situation now with yourself. Lead the charge. Lead as the knight here as well. Command the universe with the understanding that you are the universe, and it does respond to each and every one of your commands. So make sure the command is crystal clear in your intention, in your will, in your desire. Set your affirmations, charge, lead the way. You've got the snake here, you've got about shedding skins and protection, you've got the dragon here about fire, you've got the fish here for abundance, you've got the whole universe working on your behalf, working on your command. And as the King of Swords, use that knowledge now wisely as well. And then we come to the Sun card, this beautiful, beautiful Sun card here. So this is to say, my darling, that there is success. There is success that is coming in for you. There is clear success that is coming in for you. There is a sense of such enlightenment about the process ahead for you. The Sun card is a representation of all of the inner work and healing that you have done, and also what is growing in your life as well. Last message, please, for Scorpio, my darling Scorpio. Thank you so much. 8 of Cups. Continue to walk away. I feel that there is still a submergence sometimes of feelings. Continue, and this is a really interesting one with this 8 of Cups. So 8s are about action, and it's about the perseverance it takes to move through something. So although you still feel sunk within your emotions, you are actually doing the best thing that you can do for yourself. Continue to look to walk away from feelings. How do we do that? By actually not ignoring them, by actually submerging ourselves in them, by actually welcoming them in, by sitting in them, by listening to them like we would to a little child, by hearing them, by being willing to see it, to see them. And just like a little child, once they're seen and heard and they've had their moment, then they get bored and run off. And that's the releasing that we do. But when we choose to ignore those emotions, we can never walk away from a situation emotionally. We can never, that energy, emotion will just follow us. So this 8 of Cups is to say that there is a very important time that's been happening for you. And maybe a lot of feelings are coming up to the surface and you're feeling slightly swamped by them, but it's because it's time that they come up to the surface. It's time that they are released for you at this time. So there we are, angels. There we go. It's the moon. It's time. Listen, this is a natural cycle for you. The octopus. Feel your feelings at this time. Feel your feelings. You can, when you apply yourself, you can be. The octopus represents what feelings teach us. And we don't really listen to our feelings, do we? We just charge ahead sometimes like the King of Swords, and we don't listen to our feelings. Listen, pay very close attention to your feelings, to your intuition, to what is coming through to you. You've got these new cycles here, a completion of something. You're being asked to trust now what your feelings are telling you as you venture forward into this unknown territory. This is the moon card, something that's around the corner, something that's a wink from the universe, something that's yet unknown, something that will cross your path when it's meant to. But the approach with this is to be fluid, is to be flexible, is to be touchy-feely about it. You are very much in command of your life. You're very much taking responsibility for your life. You're very much desiring and wishing to affect change in your life as well. And you're very interested in the truth. You're interested in understanding. mix that, meld that together, like the Queen of Wands, meld it together, and it becomes a magical formula when you bring your emotions in with this as well, my darling. And then the movement for you will be extraordinary. And this is the resolution of moving forward, to move forward in such a way that you are resolute in your desire to effect a change in your life. And you're doing an extraordinary change in your life. Be that force for good. I am about to do something which is asking me to take a step into unknown territory outside of my comfort zone. I will be making an announcement on that soon as well. And it is to be a force for good. And, you know, I may have mentioned this before with those of you that don't know, that when we face our fears, it's the law of kind of non-resistance. When we're not resistant to something because of our fears, have you noticed that what we feared has a tendency to fall away because there is no resistance to it? So what can the fear attach itself to? So it dissolves and dissipates. So I'm going to step forward and do something out of my comfort zone. And I ask you to do the same. Do something today or tomorrow. Get ready to do that hop, skip and a jump and see actually how much the ground is there to support you. I mean, we take walks around the whole time, trusting in the ground underneath us is not going to collapse and give way. So take a great big hop, skip and a leap and a jump now. Do something that you have felt not brave enough to do and see how the universe responds to that, my darling. So much love to you. I'm sorry about that middle of the reading getting cut out. I trust you're all well. Let me know what your big brave venture was. I'd love to hear. And keep an eye out for a couple of announcements. And again, check out Astro Flower. He really is amazing. He's another Brit like me. Not but you know what I mean. We've connected and we know that we're meant to do collaborations together in the very near future. Take care, my darling. So much love. Bye bye.